just got a ton of brand new gameplay footage of Pokemon Legends ZA. So even though we're not getting another trailer for the game until the game officially comes out, we had a bunch of new gameplay footage from Paris, France. Game Freak, Nintendo, Pokemon, whatever, they flew out a ton of YouTubers to Paris, France to play Legends ZA, which I was not invited. Neither was Nintendo. We may or may not be a little bit salty about that, but we'll talk about that later. It's pretty interesting stuff, and once again, it just makes me feel better about the game. Like, I'm so hyped for this game. It's only 3 weeks away-ish, like give or take a couple days or something like that, but I think the game is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to the game ever since it was announced. Just the original idea of it sounded really fun. Like, even though it's taking place in just the city, which is like pretty much everyone's biggest concern, I don't think that's anything to worry about, especially because, you know, it's not like every single Pokemon game is going to be taking place in just a city. Like, this is just for this game. Maybe another game, you know, 10, 20 years down the future, but, you know, Generation 10, which is coming out next year, is going to be a big open map. You know, the next game after that is also probably going to be a giant map. The gameplay footage is awesome, though, and some of the stuff I have on screen right now is from Nintendo. I mean, look how fluid it is. It just looks so fluid. It looks pretty colorful too. Like, I like that there's things around. I don't really know where the people are at right now. I think this is in a wild zone though, so it's probably where there's no people walking around because, you know, Pokemon battling. But you can kind of see, like, over here, there's little setups over here, like markets, so that's pretty cool. Just another way to, like, make the city feel pretty lively. And over here, you can see those weird teleport things that I think takes you up to the top of the building, right? And here's some nighttime footage right here. Look at the flame wheel, bro. That is sick. The graphics look pretty good. I know the textures on the wall over here, you know, it doesn't look amazing, but I don't know, if you just put that aside, the game looks pretty good. Looks like you can collect medals and stuff, Pokeballs. You can see Staryu in the back just hopping around. Some Flaffy with Pikachu footage. Dang, it looks so fun. I really like the vibes I'm getting from it. Like, I like this kind of futuristic style, that it's not like a weird futuristic, but it's kind of like a cool, unique futuristic sense, if that makes sense. I like how you can see the name of the moves you use above the Pokemon. I think that's such a cool, like, charming little effect right there. And here's an indoor battle, which is pretty cool, against another trainer. I don't know if this person has a name specifically. I'm sure they do. I just don't know it. But I think that this is part of the ZA Royale stuff. You know how we're, like, going from rank Z to rank A. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. But I love how the Pokemon are, like, moving around so much. I like that they're not just stagnant and just standing in one specific spot for too long. And now this person ranked up to rank V, which is pretty cool. And then I think this is the Rogue Mega Victory Bell battle right here, which should be pretty cool to see a lot of these Rogue Mega Evolution battles. Massive this one is. I don't know if this is just huge because it's a Rogue Mega Evolution, but this Victory Bell is massive. Look at that. He's literally the size of like a small hill or something like that. A ginormous, just random bag of whatever, vines, leaves, I don't know. And of course the Mega Rogue Absol, which does look a lot bigger too, so it must be because they're a Rogue Mega Evolution that they're way bigger. But overall, dude, I think it looks so sick. I am stoked for it. If you want to see the full video, link will be in the description to Nintenduo's. It's kind of hard to say that, Nintenduo. Their video over on YouTube, which is pretty sick. Now let's talk about Cerebi's stuff that they were saying about the game, because Cerebi, the owner of Cerebi, was invited, which is pretty cool. So it looks like he played the game for over an hour, which is crazy. And it seems like this is also a lot more in depth than the demo version, because we did have that demo version, which I wasn't able to play either, but you had to just like get there like first come first serve. Like, that wasn't like an invitation type of thing, but that had a lot of gameplay. But this apparently was more like you were able to go to more places, do more things in this specific playthrough. I mean, I guess technically this would be a demo version as well, right? Like, would this be another demo, or would this just be something else? Because as far as I know, I don't think the whole game was open. I think it was just like some certain parts of the game, but I might be wrong on that. So it says the preview came in 4 different elements, so I guess that, you know, answers my question that I just had. He got to spend 20 minutes exploring the Wild Zone, sometime in the ZA Royale, a battle with Rentaro? Who the heck is that? That must have been the one that we saw in the video. That must be Rentaro. And another Rogue Mega Evolution battle against Mega Victory Bells. You know, like, I wonder if every single new Mega Evolution is going to be a Rogue Mega Evolution, or if just some of them are going to be Rogue, and then some of them are just going to be, you know, new Mega Evolutions. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. This content was later in the game's progression to the demo. So it was after the demo stuff. So it was like more in depth deeper into the game compared to the demo, which is pretty cool. So it says this was a sizable wild zone, which it does look pretty big, featuring a high street, a basketball court, small access to a river, and the ability to climb to the top of the buildings, which that's pretty sick. It's so interesting that we could like go to the top of the buildings in the game. Like, what a weird but, you know, pretty neat feature. I also like how the sewer is literally a Pokeball. That's pretty sick. Pokemon will also spot you and react differently. Pokemon such as Houndour went for the attack in like the previous Legends game. If they were angry and attacking you, you just can't throw a Pokeball. If you don't remember, in Legends Arceus, if there's like an angry Pokemon, I'm pretty sure you had to defeat them and then you could capture them. I haven't played that game in a while, so my memory's kind of like rusty, but Legends Arceus was super, super fun. I really enjoyed that. Swablu would try to fly away to avoid combat. This continues with the ever-growing showcase of the ecology of Pokemon, and seeing them in a city environment is going to be fascinating, which is pretty cool. It's going to be neat to see how different Pokemon react to different things, or, you know, different Pokemon are like angry or not angry, chill, whatever. We saw a level 34 Houndoom, level 33 Binacle, and a level 42 Pikachu, which meant, you know, his Pokemon were a little under level, they think, and then weren't doing as much damage. So it's kind of cool that we're having like a little bit of a leveling difference with the battles in this game. The wild battles were quite illuminating. He said it also showed some of the strategy in the game, with some Pokemon using Protect right off the bat, some basically requiring me to think about everything I do in battle, which is awesome. I love to see that. This game is going to involve more strategy and unique new type of strategy, because obviously, you know, the turn-based is still strategy, but this is a different type of, you know, level of thinking, which I'm really excited to try it myself. I was able to get a bit more sense of the scale of the game, while there is concern overall that the city's small. From the size of the small area I was in, I'm not entirely worried about the size anymore. There seems to be something to find around every corner. I was removing obstacles with my Binacle Bubble Beam to get some items hidden away. I was climbing rooftops to find wild Pokemon. That's great news right there. I love to see that, because like I said earlier, everyone's biggest concern was like the size of the map. The map is going to be, you know, smaller than, you know, the map of Paldea, obviously, but it's still going to be exciting because we have a lot of things to see, a lot of different things to do around the map, a lot of different, you know, areas to explore. I think that's great. I think it's going to be really, really fun. Okay, let's talk about some of the customization stuff. He said that they weren't able to go to the boutiques to have a look to see what there is, but the options that they were given were plentiful. Makes a stark contrast from the uniforms of Scarlet and Violet, which is awesome. We all want more Pokemon trainer customization. Such a W. Now, obviously, there's a lot more. There's a lot more footage. If you want to check it out, check out Nintenduo or Cerebi. You know, they both have gameplay stuff. I would have loved to be invited to something like this. Nintendo and I weren't invited. I'm not sure about the other, you know, PokeTubers that like talk about the leaks and stuff. I'm assuming the reason why we weren't invited was because we talk about Pokemon leaks. So that's probably why, you know, we weren't able to go to this, but it looks so cool. Like, congrats to all the people that got invited. They got to go to Paris. That is literally like a dream. So insane. Who knows, maybe one day I could be invited to something like this and I could do a crazy cool video for you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Let me know what you think about the new footage too. Like, did you see anything new, anything that stood out to you that I missed or I didn't even like talk about in this video? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you are real and watching this far in the video, comment down below Spider-Man, just to confuse those people that are not watching this far in the video. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to subscribe, turn on those post notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone